T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to News Talk, where we talk news. Tonight was a very eventful night, I believe. We are going to be going over our thoughts on the final presidential debate and how we thought it went. So we would hope and love you guys' comments as well, and go along with us and tell us your thoughts as well.
But before we get into that, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the like button to show some support. And if you enjoy the type of content we put out, subscribe to our channel. We upload Monday through Friday, going live Monday through Friday.
Correct. And we also have a Facebook group if you are interested in that. We post a lot of things on there. We actually had a group party going on with the debate, and we was commenting the entire time there. So if that interests you as well, then go into the description and click on the link below. But let's get into this. Let's get into what happened tonight. First, my overall thought was I think everybody actually did great, with the exception of Biden. But I mean, if you're a Biden fan, you're obviously going to think Biden won. If you're a Trump fan, you're going to think Trump won. That's just how it is. Okay, this is mainly for like people that's on the fence about stuff. So that's how we need to think. It's going to be hard. It's hard not to be biased when you like somebody. So with that being said, what are your overall thoughts?
I was expecting the moderator. She was doing great at first. I'm like, okay, she's pulling this off. Was I wrong? I was wrong.
Jessica, you say give it a minute to warm up so it'll stop freezing. Okay, well.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean it's just gonna happen. So we're just gonna let it freeze and just keep going on, because when it actually finally uploads the video onto YouTube, it actually doesn't freeze. So it's just right now. But all right. My overall thoughts was kind of the same thing. Trump did a tremendous job. Trump did an awesome job.
Of course you think that. You're a Trump supporter.
No, I'm thinking that. I'm basing it off the first debate that they had. Okay, Trump.
If you call that a debate, but yeah.
Yeah, the first one was not so good for Trump as far as, him or talking over, people. Talking over Biden and stuff. But I understand why he felt like the need to do that, because he was feeling attacked, and also the moderator is debating with him. But I think this moderator did a lot better, but I think she had a lot more time to, how do I put this?
She got to watch the trial and error from the other two
right, and
moderators.
how the public reacted to them.
Yeah.
So she kind of probably went in there, having all these notes.
She's I won't do this, but she turned around and did that.
Yes. But overall, I think Trump did a tremendous job compared to last time.
Yeah, definitely.
Biden, I think, did a little worse, but that's because Trump wanted to speak more.
I don't know about Biden being worse as far as stumbling and everything. Now, the lies, Biden, you can't fool anybody.
Well, that's what I was talking about. The stumbling.
Anybody with a brain, anyway.
I thought his stumbling was worse this time, because last time Trump kept interrupting him where he couldn't speak long enough.
Well, okay, I do admit that he did have some mishaps, but he was going pretty good for a steady bit, and I'm like, where fumble?
I got a few things I wanted to talk about. What Biden says. My favorite. Hold on for a second. Where was it? It was one of the things he stumbled on. Oh yeah, one thing he called the Proud Boys group. Poor boys. They're poor boys now. They ain't Proud Boys. I thought that was hilarious. Trump was saying how 40. Wait, was it? Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. Mental health goes. Biden lied his butt off as usual. Agreed.
Oh yeah, Biden always does that crap though, and he always. Okay, yesterday we were showing how Obama did a rally for Biden, and in that rally, Obama attacked Trump's character. Okay,
yeah.
So to get in everybody's head, wow, Trump's character sucks. So they're going off their emotions. And Biden tonight, after Obama doing that, attacking on him for his
He
character.
mentioned the character.
Biden had to attack him on his character. So they're setting the stage for. They go off of people's emotions. Is what I personally feel about it.
Donna says that I agree she did better, but she still interrupted Trump.
Yeah, there's a few times that she'd be like, "Well, we can't go on. Just 10 seconds. 10 seconds."
And then Biden
you gotta
wants
quit.
to come
and then
back
Biden's
to
like,
that.
"Okay, go ahead, Biden." It's like
Go ahead, I'm listening.
she
We're
did that a
listening.
few times, but overall, I think she did a lot better than the other ones. So for the moderator, I mean she did a lot better than the other ones, but I still don't see why it's always got to be a Democratic person
Yeah.
doing the moderating. Okay, when they got on the conversation of COVID-19, okay, Trump wants to stay positive over COVID. Obviously, any leader does. They don't want to cause mass panic. Okay,
Biden said that. Go ahead.
Biden, on the other hand, wants to create panic. In my opinion, that's how I feel from. Huh?
That's not what I was gonna say.
Oh, well,
Biden was saying how Trump said something about Trump not wanting to let the Americans panic. That Americans didn't panic, Trump panicked. Okay, and then your mom in that thing on our
Watch
Facebook
party?
group, the watch party, she goes, "Yeah, Americans didn't panic. That's why toilet paper was like sold out.
Toilet paper,
And then
ammo,
ice cream, just,
ice cream, just a few food stuff.
yeah."
I think it's interesting that every time Biden says he's got this plan, he mentions what Trump is doing already or has already done.
I'm going to lower.
I'm going to lower drug
taxes.
prices. Well, Trump's already doing that. He's already done that. So.
Can you one up him, Biden?
And all right, we got neon lights. I think Trump took a more charismatic approach, which I think it's what took it home for Trump. Yeah, I agree with that. He definitely was a lot more calm. There, you can tell there's a few times he wanted to go off, but he was holding back. But which I think he did a good job on it though.
Really? That's how you guys feel? I think after this debate, I'm voting for Biden.
Oh yeah, okay. I would never vote for Biden.
No, I'm just kidding.
But no, I think overall Trump did, compared to the last one, Trump did an awesome job. And I'm
that's-
so glad he went off more on
Do you
what.
consider the second debate town hall?
No, I don't think that was a
even
debate. No. But I think overall, I'm so glad that Trump, when talking about Black Americans, he went on a lot more than what he did on the first debate.
Yeah, well, because he wasn't prepared. Like, he was prepared to stop them in their tracks when they told a lie, and he was going to let them know. But this time, he actually prepared. He's like, okay, I've learned from the last two. They're going to bring this up like they did the freaking taxes.
Oh.
And this is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, we were waiting there. What was it that they brought up? And then we are like, oh, he's going to bring up the taxes. Because that's what Biden does. If he doesn't want to answer a question or he starts to feel uncomfortable.
I even told you they were going to bring
That's
up
what
the
I'm saying.
taxes
He brings up
right
something
before he did
that
it.
the whole media's been pushing forever to
Talk about how
distract you from what's
what's
actually
he
getting talked about.
hiding or something. Why is he hiding? I forgot what he was talking about, but it was the topic before on Trump's part, what he was discussing before Biden had asked him.
All right, we got another comment. Mental health says, stupid Biden wants to release people from jail. That is a major danger zone. Yeah, that's really stupid.
That
Actually,
okay,
on
he was-
that, well, I think I wrote it down.
Are you talking about the rehab?
Yes. He wants people, instead of people that are on drugs, okay, instead of punishing them for, doing illegal drugs or whatever, he wants to just give them rehab. Well, to me, the problem with that is if you don't punish someone
are
to
they supposed to
some
learn?
sort of way, they're not going to want to stop, and they're not going to want to...
That, and you can't put someone in rehab. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped.
That's what I'm saying. You can't... If you don't want to be helped, you're not going to want to be helped. You're
You're not going to want to go into rehab. You'll be there, but it's not going to be any good.
That's just my 2 cents on the whole drug rehab thing. I mean, I understand where he's coming from. He wants to help people, but again, you can't help someone that does not want to be helped. You can throw it down their throat as much as they want, but if they don't want to be helped, they're going to turn around and do the same exact thing. Especially if you're handing them out. Here, don't do this again, kid. Go do it again.
Well, a lot of things that Biden was saying tonight, he had contradicted himself a lot.
Oh yeah, well I got it wrote down. Oh yeah, just like he doesn't see blue or red states, but then right after that statement he goes, but look at all the states that have
He
more
sees
infection.
American.
Yeah.
The American
And
states.
then right after he says that, but look at all the states that have more infection. They're
red
a red
states.
state. Like, he's stupid. All right, we'll go back to COVID-19 real quick because Trump made an excellent point. You know, they're always bashing Trump on how his response to COVID-19, which a lot of experts say he's done a tremendous job. Trust me, a tremendous job. But he...
Hey, it's getting better. I like it.
Wait, what was that? Trump says Biden waited months. Oh, yeah. Biden criticized Trump for, putting travel ban. Everybody knows. He denies it, but he's on camera saying it, but obviously Biden denies it. So if he waited a month or two later after that, obviously I think it would have been worse. But Trump brought up that Biden's chief of staff says Biden acted horrible with the H1N1, well, the Obama administration acted horrible with H1N1. Everything Biden says to do, Trump has already done. Already mentioned that, I guess.
Well, let's just mention not only that
And
everything Trump has done, but the mortality rate is down 85%.
yeah, so according to Trump, I mean, I wrote that down so I can look it up. We got a couple more. You want to read those?
Donna says, how much more is that going to cost the taxpayers? Don says, say what you want about character and being transparent. All the riot encouragement and pro-shutdown movements, the censorship, the mayhem are from the left. I agree. Mental health says they can have a gun on them.
Oh yeah. Well, the whole problem with Biden and Trump right now. Trump sticks to one thing and stays with it. Biden will flip-flop back and forth constantly.
Depending on who he's talking
Depends
to.
on what time of the day
He's a
and who's
crowd
asking a
pleaser.
question. He changes what he says. What was it like? It was toward the end. He was saying he didn't ever say something, and I forget what it was. I didn't write it down either. But
Banning fracking?
no, I don't know. It's something else. But Biden is doing the same exact thing he was doing in the first debate. Trying to bring up stuff that the media has been saying he's done, like sticking bleach in your arm. He did the same thing in the first one.
But then he goes and says, but you said that was a joke. Yeah, Biden, you don't know sarcasm when you hear it.
I got federal minimum wage down. There was something about that I was wanting to bring up.
Huh?
Federal minimum wage. There was something that they said I want to bring it up. Federal minimum wage. I have that written down because I figured I would remember it. But
Yeah, about Biden saying $6, $7, $8.
no,
I think.
okay. The whole thing about minimum wage. If you raise minimum wage, that means it's gonna cost the business to, have to pay your employees more. Obviously, so that creates problems. They think just because you're raising the amount that you're going to make it. That was weird. I think that was a dog. Anyway, the amount that you're going to make is going to help you.
We don't show up tomorrow and help. No, I think that was our dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is my personal opinion about it, though. If you raise the minimum wage, the people that hire you obviously have to pay you more, which means less for a lot of different things. They have to raise prices on other things to keep up with having to pay you.
There's a whole chain link effect here, guys.
And I agree with Trump when he says, it depends on the state, because different states can and some states can't. I agree with that. I think it should be up to the states.
Got another one.
Neon Light says, Biden can say all he wants about electric cars, but yet as a mechanic, I see the facts that electric vehicles are harder to work on, as well as the simple fact no one has $80,000 to spend to buy one. Yeah. That's awesome that you're a mechanic, too. We appreciate it. There's actually not a lot of mechanics around anymore. They're kind of dying out, I think, from what I heard. So, awesome, dude. Yeah, electric cars. Not only that, I think you'd have to learn. I mean, you could tell me since you're a mechanic, I would feel like you'd have to learn a lot more than just, your... I don't know how
Where
to
the
put it.
dipstick is.
You gotta learn more just where the dipstick is. Like, you gotta know more about computers and...
Yeah.
Which, now...
You
cars
have
nowadays
to be really good technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, I think
really
that... I can see a problem with that.
Yeah.
Especially money-wise.
There'd be a high demand for y'all.
I mean, but that goes back to him just saying stuff to make it sound good for him. That's all I see.
Biden?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Trump, he sticks to one thing. He's got a plan, and he's sticking to it. That's what he's been doing.
And then he was trying to tell the moderator, what's her name? Well, I forgot. Shit, don't matter. They were trying to tell the moderator that Biden was saying Trump takes everything out of context.
Yeah. Dude, turn on the TV, man. Turn on CNN, and you'll see who
That's
takes
the biggest one.
stuff out of context. But I admit, I watch CNN, too. But I've already said that because...
I busted a gut when he said that.
Huh?
I said I busted a gut when he
Oh,
said
yeah.
that.
And then also, Biden was trying to say we owe illegal immigrants.
No. Oh, and what?
We owe them.
Oh,
For
what?
some reason, we owe them.
That's like, okay, so they were talking about the catch and release Biden said something how he was going to take 11 million undocumented people and let them in because the children who come over without a family or whatever.
Yeah.
That's because they were brought here by what's the name he called them? Coyotes.
Coyotes.
And they were brought over illegally, and the whole thing with that.
Well, yeah, the whole thing about that is every time Biden wants to talk about something, he tries to make it sound as pretty as possible. So when he's talking about what you're talking about, him saying, what was it called? What was we just talking about? Oh, catch and release.
Yeah.
What he was saying about catch and release is, you catch these pretty families. They're all, he paints this picture of them all being like all innocent and stuff, but that's not the case.
No.
And that's what Trump keeps trying to say. A lot of your sex trafficking comes from Mexico. They come over here and sex traffic children, which is horrible, and that's what Trump's trying to stop. He's worked really hard on stopping sex trafficking, and Mexico is one of the main places that it's coming from. And Biden wants them to come in and just do whatever they want.
Of course,
because it's their
Joe
families.
Does.
But what Trump was trying to explain to them is just because they claim it's their families does not mean it is.
I know they should do a paternity test.
And I did not know this, but Trump brought up cages because how the left always pushes. Well, Trump made the cages for. Apparently, that was actually built in 2014. They took a picture of it and that was Obama's administration that actually made that. I did not know that. That's good though. I'm actually gonna look that up to fact check it, but he didn't say anything, so I figure that's true. Let's see here. There's some other notes I got. You got any notes, maybe? I already called that out. No punishment for drugs.
I'd like to take attention how Obamacare, if Biden's in office, it's not going to be Obamacare anymore. It's going to be Biden.
It's going to be basically the same thing.
Yeah, different name.
Yeah,
except
Trump,
no one cares.
Trump
Talking
has
about the
done.
person
I got a
who's
whole
running
list
it.
of Trump. They keep bringing up that Trump hasn't done anything for healthcare.
You can tell that Trump really cares about Americans from the things that he does for Americans.
And I love. Okay, this is the whole thing about Biden too. Biden and Trump keeps bringing up. You've been in office for 47 years. Mm-hmm. 8 years before Trump, he was the vice president. Why didn't he or Obama do anything they say that they were going to do that entire time?
Because it's all
That's all Biden is doing.
Movement.
That is all Biden is
They
doing.
want to paint you a pretty picture so that way you can vote for them.
Right.
And whenever they have your vote, you're SOL.
Right. That's all Biden's wanting to do is make it sound like he's going to do something. Well, why didn't you do it any other time?
I like how they Biden keeps talking about Trump's plan, his healthcare plan, his blah, 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 plan. Okay, what plan does Biden have? He hasn't even told us a plan.
Okay, they bring up Trump's healthcare plan all the time. But his plan was to make the healthcare as best as he can. He's done. I'll show you real quick because I'm not gonna read it all again. I have this whole list. Can you see it? Anyway, yeah, this whole list of stuff of. Oh, it's not even back. And plus other stuff I didn't write down because I was getting tired right now. Anyway, that whole list is nothing but what Trump's been doing for healthcare. We got another comment.
Robert Burleson says Sloppy Joe needs to go home and stay there.
Yeah, he looks like he needs to take a nap.
And your mom said yes, the cages were.
Yeah, I didn't know that until Trump said that about the cages, which is awesome. But it's never really slipped my mind before because I knew it was total bull BS anyway about them.
I like to. Okay, so at the beginning, whenever they were talking about the coronavirus and everything, did you guys see the way Biden was like, he kept not coming out and saying it, kind of. Well, he was saying that it's Trump's fault, the reason why Americans have it. He was placing all the blame on Trump. And Trump's like, it's not my fault. It's not Biden's fault.
Well, yeah, I'm glad Trump said that.
It's China's fault. What?
You got one more comment. You want to say that?
Don says no one is going to care about the environment if they can't go to work or to church or to a store. The wearing of the mask and don't do that. And all the other stuff is far worse than dealing with the virus. And then Donna says that's when Trump said something about politics. All
talk and no action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally true. That's why a lot of people voted for Trump because he's not a politician. He came in to straight up America as best he can. He's doing a wonderful job at it, and Biden's been there for so long. And I mean, you see what his strategy was. Biden's been doing this strategy every time he debates. And so we'll look in the camera. You people at home, you're sitting there.
Poor impersonation.
All
You do
the-
Trump better.
200,000 people died. How many of you guys survived?
Whenever you're
That was the
sitting
first
around the breakfast table and you go to reach out for someone who's no longer there,
Yeah.
and then it
Biden-
suddenly hits you,
And Trump's like, look,
who falls for that?
Trump's like, look, you keep doing that. That's what politicians do.
It's a political movement.
You try to get the people's emotions involved in this, and that's all you try to do. Trump's over here, he's speaking realism.
Oh, and then Trump brought up the fact how he has gave money to the black community versus whenever Biden and Trump was in the office, they would just give them just a little and they'd have to keep coming back for more. And Trump's like, I don't think I'm going to see them as much as he likes them. He's not going to see them again because he's very friendly. They're friends. They're close.
I don't know. I hope people realize that how.
Get another one.
Okay.
3? No.
Yeah, 3. Okay, Robert said, Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe. I think he meant Sleepy, but Sloppy Joe's funny too. Sloppy Joe needs to go.
No, I think he meant Sloppy Joe. That's pretty funny though.
Yeah, okay, maybe he did. It just makes me hungry.
Not for Joe Biden.
Sloppy Joe needs to go to the convalescent home. And then Mental Health and Physical Health says Biden wants to take away Medicaid and Medicare. Not a good idea. And Neon Light says, as much as I hate to say it, this isn't the greatest country in the world anymore. And the more I look at politics, I see that Trump is reviving what we lost. The one president I wish we still had is JFK. Yeah, dude. That's...
I think JFK, if he wasn't assassinated, he would have done a lot for this country.
Well, I mean, that's what Trump's trying to do. That's what...
And I want to go back to the Medicare, taking away Medicaid and Medicare.
Yeah.
He already said he wants to take away... But
That's what I'm
yet
saying. He
he's
said so
wanting
much stuff.
he's wanting to lower the prices and the amount you pay whenever going to pick up your prescriptions.
Premium or
Yeah,
whatever?
the premium. That's where. Thank you, babe.
I think
Yeah, it is. He's wanting to lower the premium, yet he's gonna take that crap away. How are you gonna lower something when it's gone?
He makes no sense.
He-
His
he's
first
not-
debate, he was like, I'm going to build this economy so good. We're going to shut down the economy. Talking about coronavirus. And then take back the taxes you gave to everybody that helped the economy. How are you going to help the economy if you do all that?
How is he going to make the economy grow, which is what Trump did by opening everything up, if Biden's plan is to shut everything down?
Okay, I'm sorry, but if you look at each individual, okay, you take Biden and Trump, okay, you look at what each has done for the country. There's obviously a very, very clear winner.
Why are
And
you
for-
sorry for that?
Well, I'm not sorry.
Well, you said
it's just
sorry.
it's just a saying, baby.
Oh, sorry, not sorry.
I mean, just in 4 years that Trump has been there, he's done
hell of a lot more than what Biden has ever done and will
ever
ever
done.
do.
And Biden's been in there for so long, and people point that out. And he's just like, well, we haven't delivered.
Well, it's like that.
That awkward silence. He's like, a Republican Senate.
I walked into the other room, guys, and I thought the thing had just froze or just ended. I walked
Even the
back in, I'm like, what
moderator.
happened?
Even the moderator's like, okay. I find awkward silence is the most hilarious thing in the world. I love them. It's funny. It's even better than a fly on Vince's head. It's freaking great. One slipped out. Sorry, guys. All right, what are you guys' thoughts on the whole debate overall? I mean, I hope, obviously, I think everybody watching hopes that Trump wins. Oh, speaking of that, I've seen 4 Biden signs today. I've also seen 4 Trump ones. But there was a Trump on the left side and a Biden right on the opposite side of the street. They were back and forth. It was you drive through this small driveway and you see a Biden sign over here and a Trump sign over here says, Trump 2020, make liberals cry. And it's freaking great. I had to mention that. I forgot to tell you that. All right, we got one more comment. You want to see that?
Yes, Donna says Biden talks in circles and never really says anything.
Yeah, he constantly.
I kept having to wake
There's
myself
so many-
up.
There's so many
When
stupid
he
stuff that
talks.
Biden would say. I'm just like, dude, you're an idiot. There's
Does-
nothing else you can say.
It's like, do you think before you speak?
He doesn't. Well, it's kind of thing. I wish I wrote some of that stuff down. I tried to write as much down as I could. Oh gosh, it was so funny too. I really should have wrote that down.
What was it about?
I don't. It was something Biden said. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. I don't think I wrote it down though. I might have.
A few times, I didn't think he would. I thought he was just gonna like get down in fetal position and cry, like trying
He's
to get
like-
the word river out, and he couldn't.
I don't know, just one thing. He's like, we're gonna do this because, and he's like, and like totally forgets what he's even talking about. Poor guy. I feel bad for him. All right, you want to read them?
Don says, I think we are the greatest country still, otherwise we wouldn't be vocal on these issues. If we were not great, let's forget it all and log off.
Well, I mean, obviously, we are a great country. We're a great country because of the opportunities we have. Okay?
Yes, but you guys, if Biden gets in and he takes everything away that we have earned and we have worked for as Americans, okay, you guys don't forget this. The government works for us. We don't work for them.
All right. All right, you already read that, man. All right, my mom says, just think about what Trump could have done if he had support and wasn't being harassed for being impeached. Yeah, just imagine if the Democrats would actually work with...
If they would have let the election transition into power...
Yeah, because they never have. They're not going to.
If they would have let that go, like they're wanting Trump to let it go if he loses, he could have done a lot
They're
more.
mad because they keep... Like, before he even became president, they're mad because he said that he'd never be good. And when he became president,
He's
said...
the greatest.
When he said he was going to do this stuff, a lot of stuff, they're like, well, he's not going to be able to do it, and he ends up doing it anyway, and they're mad about it. And Neil Online says, why didn't they discuss the idea of court packing? Biden would have had to answer then. Biden keeps not answering that. He's trying to avoid that as much as he can. And this is what he said the other day. He said he's not going to answer until they figure out the what they're going to do with Amy Coney Barrett. That's the last I heard of what he was going to say.
I heard that.
Trump should have asked him.
Well, he asked what's about the banning fracking, I believe.
Well, yeah.
Whenever I don't think that was even going to be mentioned.
Jessica said we can't be vocal. We are all being silenced. That's true too. We are being silenced.
Yeah.
People that think like us, they're being silenced. It's going on all over the place right now. It's happening big time. So hopefully this election is going to be a big turning point in America. It's my opinion.
Speaking of being silenced, Jess, I seen a Trump sign, and you know how we talk about Biden signs being marked over. Okay, well, it doesn't come to a surprise to me whenever I see a Trump sign marked over, and it's not good either way, Biden or Trump sign. If it's not yours, don't touch it, guys. I seen a Trump sign, Trump 2020, that had the black spray paint over it, and then on the reverse side of that, it said, "This is what's wrong with America. If you disagree with the opposing party, you're silenced."
Well, that is the problem, okay? The left, the media, all the people that are against us has created this hate. It's got in everybody's mind. They're so beyond brainwashed. It's ridiculous. It doesn't matter what you say to them. Doesn't matter what you show them. Doesn't matter what you tell them. You can have all the proof in the world. They are so brainwashed into just hate. That's the difference
The
in the left
media
and right.
has a big play
You look
on
at
that.
the left and the Democrats. They're full of hate. They're not happy. You just see it on their face. They're not happy. They're not happy with themselves.
What's
they're
it
not happy with
like
their
to
lives.
live like a Democrat?
I don't want to find out. All right, yes, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Packing.
The last one.
Okay. Mental Health and Physical Health said, why didn't they ask stupid Biden about BLM?
Trump mentioned BLM about the first time he's ever encountered BLM is whenever they were shouting something about pigs in a blanket, referring to the cops.
Dang, that makes me hungry too.
Sloppy Joe's
I'll have
and a
to eat
pig in the
before we go to
blanket. And then Trump's like, my first impression of them was of that, seeing that. Of course, his first impression of BLM isn't good. And they haven't shown to surprise us anyhow of being any better than what they were first conceived at.
The bedroom.
Yeah, well, that's like Biden asking Trump, where were you from or something like that.
Yeah. So where'd you come from, man? Like,
His mama.
no, where were you born? So I don't know, something like that. But yeah, BLM. I haven't personally been seeing a lot of stuff about BLM anymore. You see how when it first started, the media's going like pushes it out like, oh, look at this movement, it's so great. Well, it turns out it's not so great because they keep burning crap down and stealing crap and beating the crap out of people who don't agree with them. So you don't really hear much about it, even though it's still going on.
Well, the
I
media
think-
censors a lot of that crap.
Well,
too.
then they want to bring up this excuse, well, it's not BLM, it's it's mostly peaceful. It's other people coming in and creating this chaos, which is total BS. And not only that, they try to turn around whatever they're doing wrong. They try to turn around and spin it around and make it seem like, Republicans are doing it. All right, my dad says, keep up the good work, guys. It's good that people get to talk. America is great because we don't have to sit still. We can and are taking action against this evil, and I think it's going to start with this election. So vote for the right guy.
Literally.
Literally the right guy.
The right guy.
So, I mean, and if that doesn't work, I don't know.
Move to Australia. If Trump's
No,
winning,
I'm not moving
moving
out anywhere. This is my home. I'm not getting out. They're gonna have to get
No,
out.
I was just saying what the liberals say.
I know, but I'm just making a statement. For
This is
everybody
my
watching.
America.
Yeah, I'm not moving out.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to force me and kill me before I give up anything. So,
Yeah,
all right, guys,
Pretty
that's it, right? You're done.
that's right.
Okay. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget about joining our Facebook group because we post a lot of stuff on there that we talk about here, but you can't see unless you're on the group. So join that. It's a lot of fun. People interact a lot on there. It's in the description below. Thanks for watching. We go live Monday through Friday. And
We've covered this in the beginning. You know
I know,
that,
but I
right?
like to recover.
Okay, recap. Say it
But
again.
thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you later.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in and conversating with us.
not only that, they try to turn